many of you out there struggle with forgiveness? Forgiving yourself or forgiving others? And or forgiving others, because sometimes you can hold or harbor unforgiveness towards yourself. Um, it's a very powerful subject. One time years ago, I had a guy ask me. He says, "Darius, do you believe that certain blessings or your blessings can be held up if you do not forgive?" I say yes. I mean, just like anything, you can. It's like having access to benefits. I mean, you can have access to medical, vision, dental, right? But if you have eye issues, which and you are unaware, for example, I think it's a good example, and you are unaware that you actually do have access to that benefit, you will either say, well, let me wait until I get the money so you can pay for your vision care, get yourself a new set of glasses, or even have eye surgery or laser surgery or something like that. Or you can ask the right questions, maybe go to your job, or maybe someone you talk to and say, hey, you have benefits on your job? And once that opportunity, because everybody don't know. I mean, you don't know what you don't know sometimes. Sometimes. Other times you can just reject it. That's not the greatest example in this case, but the point is this. You can actually appropriate or use benefits of certain services and still miss out on others. You think you're cool until you're not. So we're going to be talking about the power of forgiveness. And if you noticed in the thumbnail, I'm talking about the thumbnail title is that you have the power to forgive. You have the power to forgive. It ain't up to God. It ain't up to the other person to ask you to forgive them or to come crying and showing some type of remorse. Though that helps, though that would be preferable, at the end of the day, you got a decision to make, because some of us have been holding to grudges for years. And some of the people that you're mad at or have a grievance with, they dead and gone. Or some of them moved on with their lives somewhere. And so you still left in a prison of your own making. And I hope this video helps you out. This is going to be a short video because I believe all of you are intelligent enough to really get the point. So let's talk about forgiveness. And I came up with, in the word forgive, there are 7 letters, and I came up with 7 acronyms. Or acronyms for the word forgive. So first of all, we're going to go over the meaning of the word to forgive. We're going to take it from the Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Okay. Now, what does it mean? There's 3 definitions. First of all, the word forgive is a verb. So number 1, it means to cease to feel resentment against. That is, against an offender, for example. Number 2, it means to give up resentment of or claim to requital, that is an insult. You're going to give up resentment or your claim to say, listen, you owe me, or that was wrong. I'm not saying there are not times to put people in their place. You probably feel there's times people didn't put you in your place. You know what I'm saying? So there's a time, to forgive is to give up resentment or to reclaim, to claim requital, such as in an insult. And number 3 is to grant relief from payment, as in a debt. You have the power to do that. That's how much power you actually have, just like somebody else has the power to do for you. How many of you have ever been forgiven of a financial debt? How many of you have ever been forgiven for offending someone, saying the wrong thing? I'm not saying the relationship was always restored, or that the level of the relationship was restored. I'm saying how many of you have simply experienced being forgiven? Well, now you have an opportunity. You probably had many opportunities, depending on how long you've been on this planet. Okay? Depending on how long you've been alive, you have other people who are just like you, capable of making bad decisions or mistakes. And so this video is about you. It's about you using the power that's within you. And if you don't use it, eventually you'll lose it. So let's go over the acronyms here. The F in forgiveness stands for freedom. Forgiveness releases us from anger's prison. Again, I mentioned to you earlier, you put yourself in a prison that you made. You crafted, you created, you fixed it up, you constructed for yourself. Because Job didn't say he's sorry. Mike abused you. Dad, mom, brother, cousin, uncle. And so you allow yourself to be imprisoned. You're seeking someone to ask for your forgiveness, and it has not come yet, if at all. Stop having those expectations. Control. You probably hear sports athletes say this a lot. Control what you can control. Control what you can control. You can control your mindset. You can control your feelings. Actually, if you control your mindset, that's what you're thinking about, you actually control your feelings. Now, you have the option of becoming a victim of your feelings and letting them be in the driver's seat or leaving them in the passenger seat. Some of y'all probably need to put your feelings in the back seat. So, forgiveness releases us from anger's prison. How many of you want to be captives? I know I don't. Here's a part of the. Let me see here. You can cease, if you so choose, when you forgive someone, you can cease to feel resentment against somebody. I didn't say you're going to forget. Forgetting is not always the best option, but also for some of y'all, you do need to forget. Not only forget, but to forget, because you keep, every time you see that person, every time you think of that scenario, every time you think of that incident, you get mad. And people wonder, you've woke up and messed up your entire day before you even started. Or you go around somebody else and you start spitting that stuff out to somebody else and they let you mess up their day. Come on now. We're better than this. All of us are better than it. Everybody won't act better than they act at times. I know that for sure. But for those of you who really need to hear this, or maybe you know somebody who needs to hear this, please share this video. I'm not asking you to share it just for algorithms. Yes, I want the algorithms. I want to boost this video out and get more views and all that kind of stuff. Yes, I won't lie and say I don't. But I really want to make a difference. That means more to me than anything. Because that could be the difference between life and death sometimes, y'all. Do you know you can, doctors, at least years ago, doctors said, or physicians said, that stress is what kills most people. That's the number one killer. Unforgiveness can lead to you can give yourself a heart attack or put yourself in the hospital and you get put on some meds or something because you're carrying such pain, so much pain. You don't have to, but it's your choice. So, freedom. If you want freedom, this video is for you. Now, O in forgiveness stands for over resentment. You get over the resentment. Choose to rise above bitterness. My dad says that one of his sayings is this: you can either let things make you bitter or you can let it make you better. Being captive by unforgiveness will destroy your future if you allow it. It will destroy your relationships. And like I just said, it will destroy your health if you allow it to. So choose to rise above bitterness. Resentment poisons the soul, your soul, more than the offender, because especially if they don't know, you have some people, they know they did some dirt. They know they shouldn't have said what they said. They said it anyway. And they move on with their life. They're good. They free. They accomplished their purpose. They accomplished their mission. But you're captive. You have arrested yourself. You hear me? You put the handcuffs on yourself and you took yourself to the jail cell or to the prison cell and you took the keys, locked the jail, and put the keys, and some of you threw the keys away. And you blamed it on so-and-so. I'm telling you. We have to choose. It's a choice. Life is choice driven. It's a choice whether you walk in freedom or to be captive. I'm talking about it in the things that you can control. Lost my place there for a moment. So the choice for us to live free, the choice for us to get over the resentment is entirely up to us. This is not rocket science. It's science. It just takes us sitting down and considering the alternative. And some of us don't even think through the alternative. Well, I'm providing you with the alternative. You can be set free, or you can spend the rest of your days in anger, frustration, building up all this negative energy. And then you find time to pass you by. Relationships pass you by. Career and or business opportunities have passed you by. Your health has passed you by. A number of things will pass you by. You have to forgive yourself too. I've had to forgive myself numerous times because I have, I shortchanged myself. I just talk about me. I shortchanged myself for business opportunities. I shortchanged myself in finding one of the loves of my life, a companion, a female companion. And so I had two choices: to get up and move forward, or stay where I was, that I didn't want to be. So I made a decision. I'm moving forward. So yeah, you have to say it too, by the way. Say it to yourself. Hey, Darius, I forgive you. Get that mirror. Darius, I forgive you. If it's somebody else or somebody else, if you cannot talk to them, or if you can, but you know you ain't going to be in the right heart, or if you know you can talk to them, but they ain't not going to receive it well, then don't talk to them. Maybe write them a letter or something. But regardless, do your part. That's all I'm asking. This is what this is all about. This is about you. You have the power to forgive. So let's go on to R. R is restoration. Forgiveness paves the way for restoring peace, even if reconciliation doesn't happen. I would rather, if anything, I'd rather resolve the issue or resolve the matter of that broken relationship. I'd rather us be reconciled and restore peace in terms of, the relationship itself may not be reconciled, but I'd rather there be peace between us. Say we can part ways peacefully. I don't care what she said to you. I don't care what they said to you or what they did to you. When I say I don't care, I'm not saying it doesn't matter. I'm still saying the very same thing I've been saying at the top of this video. You have the power to forgive. So that you can give yourself the power to move forward. That's not something simply that will be prayed away. That's not something simply that will, you can, sorry, I had to check that out. But anyway, that's not something you can just pray away. That's not something you can just talk away or medicate away. No, you have to make a decision, and you have to be about it every day until it becomes a nothing burger to you. Okay? But you can do it. I believe you can do it. But it don't matter what I believe. It don't matter what they believe. It matters what you believe. Are you willing? First of all, you gotta believe you can do it. All of us have the ability. But number two, you have to be willing to do it. Forgive others. Forgive yourself. Yes, I'm going to keep repeating that because some people need to hear that. So, restoration, forgiveness paves the way for restoring peace. Even if reconciliation is not a possibility, you can still go separate ways peacefully. Give yourself that opportunity. Give them that opportunity. Some people actually need to hear. They've told themselves they need to hear it from you. So when you say, hey, Pam, I forgive you, that sets her free. She told herself that she needed to hear you tell her that you forgive her. So sometimes, again, it's not all about you. Do your part is the key. I told you, or I'm saying to you in the video here, you have the power to forgive, self-wise and otherwise. Let's go to the G in forgive. Grace. Grace is giving what isn't deserved. That's what God models for us. Many Christians love to talk about the grace of God, talk about the goodness of God, talk about the mercy of God, talk about prayer. Pray for them because they ain't perfect, right? But I have noticed, at being a citizen of heaven myself, I have noticed that a lot of Christians aren't that forgiving. They talk a good talk, they talk a good game when it comes to them, and even maybe at times people they care about and love or certain topics. But when it comes to somebody they don't like or a topic they hate, you can forget it. Or dislike, you can forget. I don't hear about prayer. I don't hear about grace. I don't hear about mercy. I don't hear about none of that. I don't want to talk about unity, none of that stuff. But I will tell you really quick, and I'm again in this video, I'm not going to go over it long, maybe in the next video. But regardless of your political bent, regardless if you like the young man or not, Charlie Kirk was assassinated on live television 2 weeks ago. Today is Wednesday, September 24th, 2025. 2 weeks ago today, he was assassinated. And this past Sunday, his wife was one of the ones, as they was memorializing him, his wife said some very, very powerful words. And on the stage she said it on, gave it even greater significance, gave it even greater impact. She said of the young man, I'm not going to say repeat her verbatim, but she said that the young man who killed her husband, she says she forgives him because Jesus forgave all of us. So she said I was going to follow Jesus's pattern, God's pattern, not the pattern, not how she felt, not like what other people said. She said she's going to follow God's pattern. So I encourage you, especially if you're a believer in Jesus Christ, follow his pattern. Stop making excuses. Oh, it's hard, Darius. You don't know what they did. I don't, in a certain sense, I don't care. In a certain way, I don't care. That's besides the point right now. We're not talking about the isms and the schisms. This is not a counseling session. This is a conversation. It's time for you to move on. It's time for you to move forward. You don't want to die in your sin, do you? The Bible says that if you don't forgive others their trespasses, that's including yourself, you won't be forgiven by God. God doesn't mince words. God doesn't play words. He don't play word games like you and I may do. He don't make mistakes either. Let's make that even bit more clear. We make mistakes. So if you want to move forward, if you want freedom, if you want peace, if you want to be healed and made whole, if you want unity and reconciliation, if you want peace in your mind, make a decision. Don't wait till you feel it. Just choose to do so and follow through. If you need help, then get some help. The I in forgiveness, or to forgive, stands for inner healing. Everything I just said. Peace of mind. You want to be made whole. Forgiveness is not just about the other person. It heals you. I told you about Pam. She may need healing, or Michael, Nick, whoever need healing. They may have told themselves, I can't move forward until I hear Nick or Michael or Michelle or whoever, my dad, my mom, or my grandpa, whoever, say, I forgive you. So they imprison themselves. And you might not even know it. But especially if either they ask you or if you sense it in your heart. Okay? Some people call it gut feeling. If you get that, forgive them. Tell them, I forgive you. Don't wait till you feel like it. Don't wait for the perfect moment. That might be the only perfect moment you get. That might be the only moment you get. So it may be perfect at that time. Give them that freedom. And at the same time, you give yourself that freedom. The V in forgive stands for victory is living above offense, not bound by it. It's easy to walk in offense. A lot of people doing that. A lot of people even get paid for it. It's so heavy. It's so expensive. It's so costly. It's not a benefit to you. It may seem like it, but it's not beneficial. But if that's what you want to do, that's your business. But for those of you who want to walk in victory, forgive. And lastly, the E stands for empowerment. It means forgiving empowers you to move forward with clarity, peace, and renewed strength. This is entirely up to you. Forgiving is empowering, okay? Forgiving empowers you to move forward with clarity. Now you're not being obstructed by unforgiveness and being focusing on this when you're supposed to be focused on that. Peace. And renewed strength and vigor. It's not sapping your energy. It empowers you. Makes you feel even better. What I want you to take away from this. You have the power to forgive, to release yourself, and to forgive others. If you want to be the best you can be and do out of life, this is one of the principles you must practice so that you can recover faster than the average person will. Because at some place in their lives, this is one of the things that are holding people back. And if you're tired of it, and you're genuine, and you're willing, regardless of your feelings, and regardless of whether or not so-and-so is going to accept it, so-and-so didn't apologize, so-and-so didn't act like it mattered, whatever, then today can be your day of freedom. Whenever today is that you're listening to this video, your freedom awaits you. You have the power to forgive. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see y'all next week. And remember, maximize the moment.